You know what I dislike when I'm stuck? No one likes to get stuck. You can't see my eyes, but for some reason I have this deep feeling about something, or when you have a deep belief about something, it sort of makes you a little bit sad and a little maybe sometimes unhappy. What am I sad and unhappy about is I know I'm onto something. I definitely know I'm onto something. I know there's something out there because it's way too simple, yet it's way too difficult. Yet I understand the whole thing, but I can't actually explain it so that my theory will be acceptable to the rest of the world. Although I'm not ready to tell the rest of the world exactly the way I think, because it doesn't make any difference of how I think, because it's just me. Okay? But the basics of the whole thing is, we all know we have to be good. Because if you're not good, you're not good at all. You're not good for anything. You're a good for nothing. And nothing is not much. But you know what? Nothing, when it comes to zero, is the universe, and that's everything. So when people think nothing is nothing at all, it's a lot more than anybody thinks that nothing is. IS is, I for birth, the 9th letter, IS, 19, spirit birth. Man is nothing without the spirit birth of the matrix. If you can't connect, no one will understand you. So if we do not connect to God, then we'll understand nothing at all. I'm just taking this off the top of my head the way you like it, because you know what? I don't have much on the top of my head. But the key to everything is this hat. This is the hat that everybody must wear to have the communication and connection with the God. Look on the key. Look on the key of your computer. On the 6, there's a hat. That's the key paw. Key paw, the key step for man, the key step of the world. Look on the 1, there's nothing. Look on the A, that's a communication A. It's a round and it's circled in. It means action, angel transmission. It means spirit. The 3 is actually the tool for communication. It's the tare on the telephone. They take tare. They all call it tape tare. They make fun of tape tare, but when you put 2 tape tares together, you got a lot more than nothing. It creates something. It's an actual cube. You got to make it into 4D or 3D, like the pyramids are just a reflection of the heavens. Although if you look under the ground, God never completed it because it's already completed. The pyramid point is actually sticking up towards heaven when it's not supposed to. The only thing that points up to heaven and down to earth is the diamond, the karo. The karo is the car, and the row is to swim. Row is the actual eggs, R-O-E, row. Okay, then you got the 4 is the dollar sign, but the 4 elements is key to man in life. Thus, to live on this earth, we need the dollar sign. Thus, on the 5 key, if you actually want to draw it, or excuse me, let me go back. Here's the other point. It's sticking up the wrong way. It should be like this, like the heart. Because that's where we are. We're on earth. We're not pointing up. It's not our decision to do anything up there. It's God's decision. This can't be right, you know? And you know what? I was looking at the other card. You see this card here? Look at his stomach. He's got ducks, a shooting duck. And therefore, if you look at what he's holding in his hand, he's actually turned his back towards us. So what you see is on his back. So therefore, he's a shooting duck, and he walks around. And if he turns his head back the way it should be, he'd be a shooting duck. What's in his hand is the Cancer sign. It's 2 loops, one on the bottom, one on the top. It creates what's in the center is the diamond. Okay? And look at his hair. Okay? It's curled one way and the other way. Wrong. That's not right. You should be curling your hair like this. This is the way you curl your hair if you're working with God. Therefore, if you look at the club, it's got bubbles on it, okay? It's got a stand because it has to stand on earth. It's got something over the point, that half diamond that holds up the club. Okay, he's got the dollar signs through the belly of who he is because he knows the structure of the earth is all based on the dollar. Or the S, if you want to look at it another way, as he puts the S near his heart, okay? And that is what the connection is, that S, 19, okay? Spirit, birth. It's the birth of the spirit. Now look what's going over his shoulders. I know I'm shaking a lot, but he's wearing talit. He's wearing a tallis. He's holding a sword, or what Moses held, the staff. Okay? He's looking at you with 2 eyes. Okay, now look at this. The spade looks at you with 1 eye. Do you know why there's a difference between the two eyes and the one eye? Well, the club has two eyes, one for the birth of himself angel, and one for the angel of man that he watches over. He has an eye for man and an eye for angel. He has two eyes. Okay, wrong, this is wrong. Anyways, look at the spade. He only has one eye. One eye. It means he respects no one. If he respected anybody at all, he'd have two eyes. I is the ninth letter for birth. He must respect for who came before him. Okay? And you see, the Jack of Hearts, he has one eye. But there's a difference between the one eye of the spade and the one eye of the club. The reason for one eye of the heart is because man doesn't actually really know, or is supposed to know, that he has a spirit inside of him. Okay? So the one eye is in honor of himself. Okay? They're both in honor of themselves. Okay? He's in honor of man on earth. Okay? And if you see the reflection, he's honoring also the angels in heaven, because that's why we have the two sides of the card. Okay? This is a reflection like off the lake. If I just showed you this part of the card off the lake, you'd end up with seeing this card in the lake. Okay? Now if you look at the queen, I know I've done this before, but look at the queen. Clubs on the hat. Clubs on the hat. Clubs on the hat. Clubs on the hat. They all honor the club because it is the club that is in man. It is the one C. Club is spelled with a C, L-U-B. Okay? Bulk. Opposite of club, C-L-U-B, it's bulk. It's a weight. It's something there. There's a weight. Club. All the cards are spelled with C's. An H, it's pretty simple. To make an H, you got a C going up and a C going down. So you look up, you look down, and what do you see? You can't see if you don't want to see. There's something there. But because we can't explain it, all you have to do is thank whatever it is, because you don't know, that's fine. You don't have to know. Okay? Now, what I was going to show you next is, I got two hearts here, okay? Because man only has no hearts. You see this? They all got two eyes. But the King of Diamonds only has one eye, because he needs no eyes at all. He needs just the one eye to honor all of those who went down to help man on earth. That one eye is for man. God needs no eyes because God is zero. Zero, Zion, diamond. There are no eyes. You don't need an eye. Okay? Because God is like the cue ball in pool. It's one big eye. The other thing is, I was looking at the moon last night. The moon. It was shining like crazy, yet there's supposed to be very little water on it, and it shines like crazy, so that's like impossible. All the planets, I mean, I got so much work, but I just don't do half of it because it's like impossible. I do bits and pieces at a time. But every single planet and their placement, their size, all has to do with us figuring out something a little bit deeper into the story. The highways, I've done this before, another part of the story of man. The music, the kinds of music, like I said in the last video, also something to do with man. Everything has to do with man, because all we see is, hey man, that's all that's here. I say man and I don't say woman. Woman, okay, if you really want to look at it, the part of the man that's missing is the woe. The woe is the W and the O. Total letter count, W25, O15, 40. Another piece of the walk of Moses, you see, Moses walked with the woman who was the creator of the gods. Woe is everything. Without the woman, you have nothing. You can't create spirit without the woman, because women create. That's the way man is made to understand, so that's the way God made it. Otherwise, man would be very confused. Oh, how is that created? There was no woman there. How is that created? All creation is woman. 25, 25th letter, 5 and 2, 7. God's number, or man 6 and angel spirit 1, 7. But when you look at the 7 card, the dot in the center is the dot of creation, birth. All dots in the center of anything is the creation of something. Everything has its place For a reason of explanation, it's for us, US, U21, S19, 40. We get 40 again. You know what? Before I let this video go, okay, I just want to show you Eagle, E, A, G, L, E, E5, A1, G7. So we have 5, 1, and 7. We have 13 and 12 for the L. We have 25. And then we have the E at the end, total of 30. 30 is communication, okay, command, and create. The 0 on the 30 is of the heavens. Thus it is the heavens that does all the work, and it works itself into 30. 27 to 30. Why 27? Because it is the beta God of 2. And the 7 is the God, so we have beta God 27 plus 30 equals 57. Of 75, 57, 75, spirit of man 1 and 6 equals 7. 5 of angel spirit. The 2 on the left of 57 are for the gods, and the 2 on the right are for the earth and man's way he should see it. Thus we have 5775, the year of 2015. I'm just going to keep pumping this out there as much as I could. That's what I believe. And I can be totally wrong for the rest of my life, but you know what? At the end, when I'm dead, I won't have to look back and say, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'd rather say, oh my God, there's a chance. Because I really and truthfully believe this chance. That's not a chance at all. It's not a chance. There is no chance. The chance that we take is none. The only chance we take is when we're not good people. Happy Passover! The past is not over and the future awaits us. It's coming. And again it comes and again we wait. For the future is ever coming and is ever passing. And for this time of year, it's not the fasting. So I don't do a rhyme or a riddle, but I find the riddle in the fiddle, and the fiddle is good. Because when you play with the fiddle, in the field of the riddle, now I'm making this all up, don't forget. So maybe it's not going to be funny. So I'm going to cut it short. Edie, you have less than 4 hours, 3 hours, 57 minutes. 3, 5, 7. 3 and 5 is 8 and 7 is 15. Spirit of spirit angel, thus the world of 15, the world we live in is here and is now. And hopefully we'll be swimming together in the great blue sea. Till then, bye.